Hey, what's up? This is Kevin from Kevin's Barbecue Joints, and this one's really cool. It's with Brett Boren from Brett's Backyard Barbecue in Rockdale, Texas. The last time I spoke with him was January 2020, before everything shifted and changed in the world. So a lot has gone on, and I wanted to catch up with him, but also there's something interesting. He's running for mayor of Rockdale. Early voting starts Monday the 25th. I think it runs for a week. So if you happen to live in Rockdale and you're listening to this to learn more about Brett, that's wonderful. But for the rest of us, it gives us a chance to catch up on what's going on at the restaurant. They're open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 11 to sold out. This is an amazing barbecue joint. It's a Texas Monthly Top 50 barbecue joint, but you don't need to line up early. You can get there at 11, you get there at 12, you get there at 1, and get 99% of the items on the menu. And he's designed this place so it's not a barbecue joint that you have to line up ahead of time. But he has some really cool stuff coming up at the restaurant. Some stuff that'll be popping up this fall. He discusses all those things. At the very beginning, because I'm interviewing him on Miss Tootsie at Snow's Barbecue, her birthday, her 87th birthday, and I know that Brett and Tootsie are very close, so I wanted to talk a little bit first about Tootsie and what she meant to him. So that's at the beginning of the interview, but then we also get into Rockdale and how Rockdale's growing and how he's going to be the first barbecue joint that's going to accept Bitcoin as payment, which is really amazing. And then he goes into his public service and to running for mayor, and that's all in the middle to the end of this. But it's great. It's always wonderful talking to Brett. He's a wealth of knowledge, and he's just a good soul, and he cares about his community. He cares about people. He cares about the people coming to the restaurant. He cares about his team. He's just one of the good humans, and I want to share what he's doing as often as possible. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this chat with Brett. And if you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss out. And in the end, stay safe and be sure to visit your local barbecue joint. Good morning, Brett. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great too. You're a lot has changed. The last time we spoke was probably I posted it in January of 2020. So it was somewhere around there. So that's over 2 years ago. And a lot has changed. Today is Tootsie's birthday. And I was wondering,
Yeah.
really quickly, can you tell people what Tootsie means to you?
Well, I did speak to her this morning as she was on her way to the school, but Tootsie is a very genuine friend. She is a very strong woman, and that means a lot to me because majority of my business is young ladies. She's a character. She's fun to be around. Every couple months, I go to Giddings and we do a margarita dinner.
Oh,
Her favorite joint, and we don't talk about barbecue. We
I
talk
love
about
that.
life. We talk about her church, her fellowship. She's a very Christian, big Christian lady, and a lot of people don't know that. So I feel good that she's opened up to me, and we have a very strong relationship. Uh, and so I got flowers coming for her today, so hopefully they don't screw up that delivery.
Yeah, that's I've always noticed that she and Carrie and their team, but she has always been so supportive of you, and you guys have always had a special relationship. I've noticed it from afar, and
Yeah,
and I think a lot of people, they know Tootsie, but they just know her almost as a caricature, but they have reverence for her, and it's amazing who she is and what she's done. But it's all and a lot of people probably just seen the Netflix thing maybe, and that's how they
yeah.
know her.
She is a great asset to the barbecue world.
Yeah,
And everything that her and Carrie and Clay and the team have done over there is top notch.
yeah.
And that's the way it should be. Um, Running the business and how we're going to go about with marketing. I think their food just keeps getting better and better. I haven't had their food in over a year, but I mean, you could just tell from the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I am such a busy guy right now. I don't get out of Rockdale very much at all, and I don't make a lot of time for myself nowadays. But so getting over and having dinner with her or getting
That's
the
special.
opportunity just to talk to her on the phone, yeah, it is special, and it's always a highlight of my day anytime I get to talk to her. So
Thank you for sharing that. That was great. So in the last 2 years since we've spoken, a lot has changed. I wanted to, and it's funny when I reached out, I wasn't even aware that you were. I wasn't, because I have a million things going on in my life, and so I wasn't aware of specifically of you. And I don't go on Facebook all the time that you're running for mayor. So I want to touch on that, but first, can we talk about the restaurant and how are you feeling about, like, since 2 years and a few months? How are things progressing? And right now you're open. I want to get that out there before Friday through Sunday, right?
Yeah, we got rid of the Thursdays. Rockdale is a pass-through town currently, and I plan on changing that. And we'll touch on that a little bit on the mayor campaign. But right now, business is really good. We signed an ambassadorship with Good Stock by Nolan Ryan Beef 2 Fridays ago. So they were out doing a little filming and pictures, and that just hit in the Texas Monthly. And then last Friday, we had Chet Gardner from the Day Tripper with Texas Monthly, and he was doing Cooler Talks with, it's called Cooler Talks with Chet, and it's sponsored by Coca-Cola Southwest, who kind of helped spearhead the sponsorship on the Texas Monthly Top 50 and the Passport program. So lots of exciting things going on there, and it's free publicity. So I'm eagerly waiting for that video to come out so we can start sharing that. But Rockdale is a day trip town, and 90% of the people that drive through Rockdale don't even know we're there. So my job as business owner is try to capture that audience. And so I'm getting ready to redo the website because it's still been untouched since I opened the business, and trying to make that a priority for the summer, and really capture and do some really smart marketing. I got some great ideas on how to get that audience to stop in Rockdale. And it's all going to align with everything else that's going on. So we're just waiting till, I guess, May 8th to see what happens with the mayor run. But, if it all goes as planned, then I'm trying to write my own story in a way.
No, that's important. No, it is important to carve your own way. A lot of people,
no one else
want to.
I'll flat out tell you right now, no one else is going to do it for you.
I've learned that big time. Yes.
So if you don't have work ethic, do not get into barbecue. There's lots of exciting things on the horizon. We got a new project going with Moberg Smokers, waiting on my Chud's box as well. So we're going to introduce some different style of cooking to Brett's Backyard Barbecue this fall, and some really cool menu items too. So, everything's in the works, and it's just taking one day at a time, Monday through Thursday. Today's Thursday, so I got up at 5 a.m., put the food truck up, and then we'll get our small second delivery tomorrow, and then Braden goes in there and starts prep on briskets, and the girls are in there right now making coleslaw, potato salad, nutter butter, banana pudding, and then they kind of do 2 days worth of prep that'll get us through Saturday lunch rush, and then again Saturday for Sunday do a half day's prep. So business is good. We're running out of food faster.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what time are people showing up, and what would you recommend?
We're a day trip town, so people plan. We're not one of those barbecue joints where you have to get there at 11. We have food. I run live music from 12 to 3 on Saturdays, Sundays. I don't want people there at 11 o'clock. Well, let's back up. I don't want people there at 10 o'clock because, that last hour, I'm 100% open to the barbecue line and the elements of being 100% outside. People can come at 11, 12, 1, all the way up to 2 and get, 99.9% of our menu.
That's important.
Yeah. So, you can leave your house at 11 and come get really good barbecue and catch, an hour's worth of music. I don't want to be known as the barbecue joint that people come get in a big line for and we run out super quick. My business is different because the traffic flow throughout the day gets busier. And as the traffic gets busier, we get busier. So the girls like it too, because it's not just a rush of people and then we're done. It gives us the ability to get to know our customers. It gives me the ability to walk the tables and tell them thank you, which I'm very big on. And have conversations about not just barbecue, but about life. Welcome to Rockdale. You know what I mean? So it gives me the ability to meet people. And, that's a really big part of my marketing. Me out there shaking hands and thanking them. And if they do have a bad experience, which I don't come across very often, it gives me the ability to fix it right then and there.
Yes.
So
as opposed to that
small town
anonymous.
Yeah. No matter how busy we are, I walk the tables and make it a point to say hi. And I built the place so when we're working the fire, we're 100% engaged in the customer too. So I help people go through the menu items, the special of the day, and then it gives them, oh, what kind of sausage is that? These menu items have gluten in them, so it opens the window and the doors for that conversation. So, and I think a lot of people appreciate it too.
Very personal too, which is important.
It is.
And also, if someone's watching or listening to this and they haven't been to your place and they're making the trip out to Snows really, really early in the morning, they can, after they've eaten at Snows and they wanted to hit another place, they might have thought you'd be sold out. They might have thought if they came at noon that you wouldn't, but that's an option. It's close by, it's semi close by that they could do that. And so that's something that
we don't get busy on Friday, Saturday, Sunday till noon to 1. And then from like 1 to 2, you'll see 15, 20 cars pull in at the same time. So it just depends.
Are you enjoying it?
Oh yeah, I still love it.
Yeah.
For me, it's not as much of a challenge on the cooking side. That's why I'm going to introduce more live fire and some other things on the menu this fall, and create maybe a supper club environment where it's it's 20, 30 customers to me and my staff, where we can cook for them, but totally different menu items.
That's fun. And that's important too, for creativity and for, to keep you engaged with your business. And how has Rockdale, because since you moved, you opened at Rockdale specifically for a reason. And then now it seems like there's a lot of industry that's opening up or planning on opening up pretty nearby, right?
Yeah. So when I came to Rockdale, the town was dead. Now it's starting to really come alive. You got Bitcoin, I think total right now, we got 7 to 8 Bitcoin companies here. And then we got Windstone, Riot Windstone US, which is the biggest server hosting for all those companies that do the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency. They got leading technology. Their servers are sitting in oil baths. They're first to market with it. I am going to be the first barbecue joint the second week of May that in the state of Texas that accepts Bitcoin as a form of payment. So all that is in the works. They're working with Square currently right now. And I will be the guinea pig for all of that. And then they plan on having a Bitcoin meetup in Rockdale once a month. And it's going to bring in all the Bitcoin people from Houston, Dallas, Austin, Waco, and surrounding areas once a month for a private meetup to Brett's Backyard Barbecue.
That doesn't suck. That's really, that's
people that have Bitcoin. Guess what?
They
also have dollars in their bank account too. So they're very smart, intelligent people, and kind of geeks about this whole thing. So, it's going to bring a whole new customer base to me. So I'm super excited about it.
That's crazy. And for people that might not know exactly where Rockdale is located, can you describe, and also hasn't Hutto grown leaps and bounds too? Like it's like that's pretty close to you.
Yeah, Hutto stretch is almost to Taylor now, and then Taylor stretch is almost to Thorndale, and then Thorndale stretch is getting closer. But so we're about 42 miles from Round Rock, North Austin, and about 40 miles from College Station, 32 miles from Temple. We're 1 hour from 2 million people. I can personally tell you big things are about to happen in Rockdale. Walt Disney is looking at putting a retirement community here at the Sandow Lakes subdivision. Rockdale,
like that, like they're doing in Palm Desert, I think, or something, or
exactly.
Rancho Mirage or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's smart.
Big money here.
Big.
We got a big glove manufacturer coming here. It's going to bring 1,800. Well, it's going to employ 1,800 people in Rockdale and surrounding areas. And that company is coming out of Michigan. We got lots of HUD homes going out in private communities around, and see what Samsung, it's going to be in Taylor. And so Rockdale's got more water above ground and below ground than most small rural areas do in the state of Texas, because of the old Alcoa plant. And so Rockdale is going to be providing all the water to the big Samsung chip factory, and that will be one of the biggest chip factories in the world. So that's exciting.
That's super exciting.
It's going to bring a lot of new growth to Rockdale. For me, it's just, and other mom and pop businesses in town, hopefully we grow, and it gives us time to grow because we know it's coming. And so the town knows it's coming. And right now, all the highways and water infrastructure is getting redone because the growth is coming east, and it honestly, it can't go west because you got the Highland Lakes and lots of rock. And so, and College Station market starting to merge, closer to us, coming west.
Yeah, that makes sense. I never thought
Austin market is coming east, so we're in a good position the next couple of years.
Isn't there somewhere that you mentioned that people can stay at? Because is there enough lodging for people now? Because there'll be a lot of people coming in for business.
Yeah, there's 7 hotels here, but guess what? There's lots of land. Big investors investing in things around here, so lots of tax dollars be collected here in the near future.
Well, that kind of leads us to the mayoral run. When did this creep into your head? Was this something that you have been thinking about for a long time?
So when I started Brett's Backyard Barbecue, I knew less than 10 people when I moved here. I put a barbecue pit on a slab and covered it, and brought in a used lease trailer with a pop-up tent. And as the years went on, I met more and more people, and I joined the Chamber of Commerce to become part of the community. And then they asked me, hey, would you like to go to a chamber meeting? So I started going to chamber meetings, and I didn't really fall in love with it, but I wanted to be more active in the community, right? Well, the best way to grow a business is be more active in the community and give back where you can. So it started out all small, and then I ran for council, and I ran unopposed, and no one signed up against me, so I got a council seat. I've been doing that for a year and a half now. It's really intriguing to me, all the codes and everything that kind of goes into a town, and a town that's getting ready to explode. And it's the small town politics, and I'm not a politician, let's just say that right now. I am your average guy, dude, whatever, likes to cook barbecue, great work ethic, but loves the people. And what I see Rockdale as right now is a community where we used to have the Alcoa big plant that did aluminum. Well, that plant moved to Canada, and they make that aluminum smelter made, all the beer cans, Coke cans. They made aluminum shells for Boeing. I mean, talk about a company by the hundreds of millions of dollars. Well, when they left Rockdale dried up, and a lot of people left Rockdale. But you still have a lot of those retirees here, and there's been a lack of, hey, let's beautify Rockdale. Let's fix up some of these old historic buildings. And so, people kept talking to me about it, the locals, as I'm cooking barbecue, and it just got to me one day, and I was like, man, I got to do something. I got to be a part of the change. And so, I got a really good campaign. I got really good campaign funds to get things out. We're hitting the newspaper, social media, the radio. I'm block walking. So I really got a lot of people on board. The current mayor has been in position for 9 years, which is the max term, unless you're under population 10,000 in a small town. So, with that said, I've lit a fire under that guy. He's got Facebook now. He's doing things that he's never done. And win or lose, I've got my point across.
Yeah.
And I've created positive momentum and positive energy. And hopefully we can bring all that towards the end result. But for me, I want to make Rockdale a stop, shop, and eat place, and really take my brand, my barbecue brand, and maybe put some leatherback style bar seats in a really nice lounge where we have a boutique across the way, and create date night for all ages. Open some of this land up for hike and bike trails, because newlyweds are going to move here. Young IT professionals are going to move here. The growth's coming, so we got to have those things for kids' soccer fields. I was a big soccer player growing up. So, and there is a little bit of a drug issue here because it's small town and it goes into the bigger cities, and it's everywhere. But they usually bring it into the small towns, do what they got to do, and then they take it in the big cities, and then that's just how it is. And so I want to work with the local county and police department and help kind of get rid of it. But all this, I'm still going to be a business owner. I still work out in the oil field, so it's 100% volunteer time. So I've told myself, I'll do it 2 to 3 hours a day and do what I can, get the right people involved, get grant writers involved, so we can reach out to Texas Parks and Wildlife and get a hike and bike trail. See if somebody wants to donate 5 acres of land so we could turn it into kids' soccer fields. All these things, there's so many moving parts that have to happen, and work on the tax rate in the town, and give tax abatements when new businesses are coming. Yeah. All that stuff helps our schools, also helps our local economy. So we need a lot of things to happen, and but in a positive way.
So will your office be, is there a specific office?
Yeah. It's a fancy building for a small town.
I don't even know if I've been to downtown Rockdale before.
Well, right now you're not missing much, but give me 3 years.
No, how long would the term be? 3 years?
It's 3 years.
It's 3 years. Yeah. And the voting, you said something.
Voting starts Monday. Early voting starts Monday, and it runs for a week. It goes Monday to Monday, and then election day is May 7th, which I'll be at Red Dirt Barbecue Music Festival in Tyler, but I'll get my early vote in.
Yeah,
I can vote on myself.
And then how will you find out? Will that be something you'll do they count that day, or is it something?
Well, being a council member currently, we should know by that day or the next, but it'll come out on an email. And
that's exciting. No, it's so exciting.
And even with early voting, we'll get daily updates. I don't know. I'm taking the experience marketing approach. So, if I'm losing with the first couple of days going on early voting, which I probably will, because this guy's the incumbent is in his mid 70s and retired and been in Rockdale for 30 plus years. Older people generally vote early.
Mm-hmm.
What the early voting is really for, is to get some of our elderly citizens out. But I'm trying to create a movement of getting young voters out. In a town this small, 20 votes can make or break you.
Yeah.
So, I'll pay close attention to what's going on and kind of make a decision on how I need to or change my marketing approach.
Is there anything that people in the barbecue community can do on our end, like, to assist you, or is it more of a local thing?
Yeah, it's all local. I'm trying not to get Brett's Backyard Barbecue involved because here's why, man. I charge $32 a pound on brisket, but I call the locals that eat at my place. About 98% of the locals do not eat at my place. That's a fact. 2% do. And I call them my 10 percenters. So they're part of my 10% club. They come every week. They like to BS with me. They like to talk. They like me going up to the tables. They're 100% for Brett's Backyard Barbecue succeeding now, present, and in the future. My business with that is 98% destination and highway traffic. And, I'm taking that same approach with my mayor is, if I become the mayor, one of the things I'm going to do is, after we clean up and get downtown revitalized, is invite chef-driven type people here. We need a chefy pizza parlor. We need all that. We need a craft brewery. We need a nice place for women to go have date night and mingle with their friends and drink really nice wines, and cold sandwich sub shop, with a little funkiness to it. Mm-hmm. That's where it's all going. And so why does everyone in Rockdale have to go to Austin to get that? Let's bring a little Austin to us, a little Dallas to us, a little Aggie land to us, and create that. And then all of a sudden, if we can create that, now we're a tourist town. Now we're a thriving community. Now everybody sees it and starts working together. So that's
it all builds upon each other.
Yes, and get a couple soccer fields. Now we're hosting a soccer tournament. Well, that puts heads in beds. Now we're creating tax dollars. You know what I mean? So all those little things that, they're all goals of mine. I'm a go-getter, if you can't tell.
Really? You don't seem like it at all.
That's moved 40,000 barrels of oil right here in Rockdale, Texas. And we're busy Friday, Saturday, Sunday on the days we're open. I'm still doing all the cooking on Friday and Saturday, Sunday mornings, and I'm there and I stay there. So I'm going on 76 straight days without a day off. So my 40th birthday is coming up in second week of June. So after Troubadour Fest, I'm going to take a day or two off.
Your 40th birthday, you said? Because you were talking with your head. Your 40th?
Yeah.
And when's your birthday?
June 12th.
June 12th. So it's coming up.
On a Sunday this year. So I'll be cooking barbecue. But that Monday, may go put my feet in the Guadalupe River and do something fun.
And also too, I think that you're built that way to be active and doing things all the time, but you're still doing caterings, right? Is that something that?
Yeah, we did a wedding last Saturday, but I'm not doing any travel stuff. I don't need to, I don't have to, and I don't want to. I like being in the comfort of Rockdale, and we have a 4-man team. The girls can feed 300 people a day, or they can feed 75. I mean, what we have in place works, and everybody has a job duty and it works. So like Kaylee today, she's got a ton of stuff to do. And then once she's done with that, they separate, and her sister goes to one place to get certain groceries, and everybody comes back. I get off work, and then tonight I'll start trimming ribs and stuff like that. So when I get up early in the morning, everything's ready to go. We always a day ahead on the process. So, I mean, I'm tired. So 20 minutes of sleep to me is is gold nowadays. So
Yeah, no, I know exactly what that's like. Well, thank you. I think that we've covered everything. Website wise, people should go to Facebook. Is that the best way to?
yeah, Facebook or
Information.
Instagram is the two I'm biggest on. We're launching something. I will tell you last though, I am about to start this fall. I'm going to start apprenticeship program. So stay tuned for more details on that. It's going to be a different approach to barbecue school, and it's going to be hands down one of the most interesting approaches too. So
what's the best way for people to? Should they email you about that right now
yeah,
and just
shoot
kind
me
of
a
get on a
message
list?
on Instagram or email me, and I'll give you all that info.
Okay. So you open at is it 11 o'clock?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 11 a.m. to sell out. Right now, we're selling out between 2:33, but we're only open at 4 because we'll run out.
Yeah. And then during the summer, because a lot of like you and other places change their hours, summer hours, winter hours, but because of potential being a mayor and all these different things and your other job, you foresee yourself extending hours to being open on Wednesday or Thursday, or is that?
Absolutely not. It works. The cost of food now is too expensive to do it more days a week. Everybody makes money in the 3 days, and they make great money. And
that's perfect.
3 days, the 3-day system works.
That's a sweet spot. You've obviously run the numbers, and isn't there now? Is that next door the gas station? Is that somewhere people can go to get beers and different things, and then bring them over?
Okay. Yeah, it's a cafe corner. They're really good friends of mine. It's BYOB. A lot of people go to the cafe corner and get their BYOB. So
yeah. I saw your recent video over there. I'll put a link to that. That was funny. That was cool.
I'm always playing. I'm a jokester, man. I'm always playing around.
I love it. No, it's important. It's important to enjoy your life. It goes by quick.
I get there at 4:30 in the morning, and they ain't got the lights on yet, and I scare the girls. Or I just always playing with everybody. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh man, I ordered these fake spiders on Amazon and placed them in the trailer just to have fun one day. I mean, I don't care. It's just life's too short.
Life is too short.
You got to have a good time, and that's just who I am. So
awesome. Well, thank you, Brett, for taking the time and for sitting in. And so, what are you sitting in right now?
Kawasaki mule. Let's see. So this is my work mule. All right. And then we got all the oil tanks over here, and it goes forever. And, so yeah, it's and this is a very relaxed job. I'm very good friends with the guy that owns the place. So, when I need to go do something for barbecue or run to the city hall or whatever, I don't have to ask. I just take care of things. And it's a trusting working relationship we have with one another. So
excellent. Good luck.
Right,
I'm excited. I'm really excited for you. And just thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Bye.